Hey, how y'all doing? I'm finally about to make this video on the top 5 things that I think are very important when it comes to filing a VA claim. So number 1, you want to go to your nearest base and grab a copy of your medical records. So like, for example, with me, I was located in Tampa. So I went to MacDill Air Force Base. It took them 30 days to send me my medical records, but they sent everything through my email. So I was able to request my medical records. So that's the number 1 thing. Number 2, you want to go through each page of your medical records. Don't half-step it, don't skip pages, go through literally each page. I had over 2,000 pages of medical records, and I literally went through each page of medical records so that I can pretty much know what I'm claiming. Whereas we go into number 3, you need to understand what you're claiming. So like, for example, one of the things that I was diagnosed with was carpal tunnel. So what I mean that you need to understand what you're claiming, essentially, you need to know the symptoms of your injury, so that when you're explaining it to the doctor or whoever's examining you at your C&P exam, you can explain everything correctly so they can correctly diagnose you with the right percentage. So that's very important, knowing what you're going to essentially claim, understanding what you're going to claim. Number 4, since we're talking about the C&P exam, be kind to whoever's examining you. Don't go in there with an attitude and think you know it all, or you have an attitude because everybody's telling you that the VA is against you. At the end of the day, yeah, you're gonna have bad apples in every organization, but the person that's examining you, you want to be kind to, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are writing down the notes to your rater explaining your symptoms. So if you go in there with an attitude and essentially you're not being kind or you're not being respectful, then essentially they could write anything. Like, you could tell them your symptoms and you could tell them everything that's wrong with you, but at the same time, they don't have to be honest and they can screw you. Like, for example, I was a recruiter and somebody came into the recruiting station and they were like disrespectful, or they just seemed like they just had like an attitude. My thought process of trying to help them out would be totally different than somebody who came in there was very appreciative of the opportunity. So it's the same thing with the C&P exam. Like, be kind to those people, because at the end of the day, they have a job to do, just like we have a job to do. So at the end of the day, be kind to whoever's doing your C&P exam. And the last thing, and this is very important, do not compare your claim or your situation to someone else. So a lot of people think like, oh, well, I've been in 20 years, I got 3 deployments, I got all these injuries, I should get 100% compared to somebody who maybe been in 2-3 years and essentially, they getting 100%. At the end of the day, you never know what their situation is. So don't go with that mindset that, oh, I'm gonna compare my situation to someone else, because everybody injuries are different. Like, what I'm claiming is gonna be totally different from what you're claiming, and you might claim 2-3 things that I'm claiming, but at the same time our symptoms might be different, or whoever we go see is gonna be different. We're gonna be in a different location. So never compare your situation to someone else's, because when you do that, then you lose focus on what you should do as far as your claim, because you're focusing on someone else's claim and focus on what someone else got. So always remember, don't compare your situation to someone else. Don't compare your claim to someone else. That's it. Salute. Peace.